How to tell if she is desperate. Parched? Before we start, check the link in the top right corner to get the premium masterclass on fractionation, seduction and pickup lines for free via email. Do you know what a thirsty girl is? If so, you may be wondering if the girl you're after is this type. Here's what you should look for. You've probably heard about this type of girl before, but maybe you don't know exactly what it means. This term has been floating around for a while, and it might leave some of you confused. Is a thirsty girl someone looking for a drink, or is she looking for something more? If you're not sure what a thirsty girl is, it's a slang term for a girl who is desperate or eager for a relationship or even just sex. So if a girl is all over you and basically begging for a good time, she'd be described as a thirsty girl. Do you want to be with a thirsty girl? First and foremost, this really depends on what you're looking for. Some people go out looking for a thirsty girl, for obvious reasons, and others don't want to go anywhere near them. If you're the type looking for a quick hookup, a thirsty girl might be your best bet. But if you're a guy looking for the type of girl you can bring home to your mom, or even just someone to get comfortable with, this type of girl might not be the best choice. How to tell if the girl you're dating is a thirsty girl. Some girls can hide their thirstiness and others aren't so great at it. So how can you tell up front if the girl you're dating is the type you really want? These signs you're dating a thirsty girl can help you make the choice of whether or not to stick with her. When you picked her up at a bar. I'm not saying there aren't nice girls at bars, but if a girl is willing to go home with you after a night out, she's probably a thirsty girl. She may have even been out and about with the intention of being picked up. 2. She was all over you. This is a very clear indicator that a girl is pretty desperate to be picked up. The ones who want a real relationship won't be so touchy-feely right when they meet you. A thirsty girl, however, will be all over you in an attempt to get you to like her, and even take her home with you. 3. You slept with her right away. There are plenty of women who hook up right away and still want relationships, but most of the time, these girls just want to get laid. They're thirsty for both attention and a little something else. Many girls think sleeping with a guy is the only way to get him to notice her, unfortunately. 4. She calls you late at night. This really only happens if the girl is thirsty for some midnight fun and not quite desperate for a relationship. She'll call you really late at night. Basically, you will be her booty call because she definitely wants to get some action. This is another obvious sign that you're dating this type of girl. 5. You only really interact for the physical stuff. Basically, your relationship is all sex. Even if you two end up hanging out and watching a movie, you'll have sex later. It's like you two can't spend time together without getting it on. That's a surefire sign of a girl who's thirsty for sex. 6. She wants to know every little thing about you. Now this is the type of girl who's desperate. She wants a relationship so bad it's like she's hitting fast forward on the getting to know you phase. She'll ask question after question about you and hardly give you breathing room in between each. 7. She flirts with all guys. You know this is a thirsty girl simply because she needs to have attention. It's like she's starved of it and has to have all eyes on her at all times. And one way to do that is to flirt with every guy there is. She'll even flirt with guys right in front of you and won't even care about it. 8. She texts you non-stop. Once again, this is a girl who's parched and needs attention to quench it. Specifically, she needs your attention and is desperate to keep in contact with you. Many girls like this make the mistake of going too much too soon because they want to have something with you ASAP. 9. She proclaims you're a couple right away. Now, no matter what you're looking for, when a girl establishes the relationship before you two even talk about it, it's not good. She's likely the type who just wants to say she has a boyfriend. She's thirsty for the feeling of a relationship even though she's not going about it the right way. 10. She makes suggestive comments. We all know this type of girl. You're chatting and having a good time, but it seems like every other time she opens her mouth it's to say something suggestive. She's trying to get you to want her. But it seems the only way she knows how to make that happen is to get you intrigued and watches like in the bedroom. 11. She tries to see you as much as possible. She's always trying to make plans with you, and it's to the point where it's even a little annoying. This girl is so thirsty for a relationship it's a surprise she hasn't passed out from dehydration. You will get text after text asking to hang out, and you may even wonder if she has her own life. Spoiler, she probably doesn't. 12. She talks about the future immediately. More specifically, she talks about her future with you in it. She may even bring up different holidays and plans for them, and if you'll join her. It gets to the point where you want to run for the hills, because she's already planning your happily ever after together, even though you haven't even had your once upon a time. 13. She tries to implant herself in your life. She shows up when she knows you're out with friends. It's even likely she'll come over unannounced, or even go to the gym when you do. It's her way of being available, because she's a very thirsty girl. 14. She's clingy. This type of girl is just needy. She needs to be around you, and she needs your constant validation. She's thirsty for reassurance, and it manifests in her extreme clinginess. You'll feel suffocated, essentially. 15. She's easy. Not all girls who are an easy lay aren't the type you can be in a serious relationship with. However, if she gets right to it or lets you in her pants ASAP, she may just be a thirsty girl. You'll have to get to know her a tad bit more and watch out for these other signs to know for sure, though. If you really want to know if you're dating a thirsty girl, these signs can help you tell. Basically, if she's clingy and desperate, she's likely parched. You can decide if thought's for you or not. I am pretty sure you have followed the lines of pickup artists etc. in the past. And these lines sometimes might work, but more often they won't. You know why? You don't feel authentic while telling them. And women can literally smell this. So the biggest disadvantage of our regular lines and tricks is, they don't make women obsessed and literally enslave them in a positive way. But no problem, if you want to learn how to become a high-status man that naturally says the right things and use the deadliest pickup line in an authentic way to make the women obsessed for you, just click the link at the end of the video, put in your email, and Jason will send you the masterclass video for free. Don't know how long it will be available,